At the Devil Are We, I'm Matt, and we're looking at some demonic possession. Does it exist? I'm on the fence. Let's have a look.
Many European countries are showing a steady increase in reports of supposed demonic possession.
Increase of mental health issues, I would assume.
And in this case, the local cops had to get involved.
We're in Poland again, but this story is much more recent. It's New Year's Eve 2022 in the village of Grubsko. 3 local policemen are dispatched to a house after receiving a phone call from a disturbed neighbor who claims to be hearing strange noises coming from within. Supposedly, these
Was that an actual audio clip or just made up?
monstrous sounds are coming from a 20-year-old woman named Kamilka, who has barricaded herself inside the attic. The police attempt to coax her out as she continues to snarl like some type of ferocious beast.
Taser, that's what you want. There's 3 of them. Get 3 tasers. Doesn't make that sound, obviously, it's a taser, but you know what I mean. Tase people.
If there was ever such a thing as a classic demonic possession, this would be it. Clearly, this is somebody who went out of her element, her own personality, and for whatever reason, took on the personality of another.
To be fair, how do you know that though? Unless you know the woman, you know her personality, you can't just infer that this is unusual for her. She might be a mental case, and I know that people do suffer with mental issues, and I'm not making light of it, but you know what I mean? That might be typical for her behaviour.
While Brooks stresses that this is just a first impression, she says that Poland has become ground zero of sorts in a battle between satanic forces and the religiously devout.
Poland is actually the largest Roman Catholic population in all of Europe. So there's a concentration of exorcists in Poland, about the same number as the whole United States, and yet Poland is only about the size of New Mexico.
Yeah, but I wonder why that is. Because I think if you've got a large Christian sort of population, and the church is quite prevalent in that population, then they're going to say all these mental health issues are demonic possession. Whereas in America, you just get people being put in. They don't do asylums anymore, do they? But you know what I mean, mental health hospitals and things like that. So, yeah, I can understand why. That's why Poland would have a bigger cases, a bigger demographic of possessions than America.
Brooks mentions online rumors claim Kamilka had been using a Ouija board with friends earlier that same evening.
There's a very rich
Self-fulfilling prophecy. She believes in the afterlife and the demonic, whatever you. If she was using a Ouija board with friends, maybe she's just sort of psyched herself into thinking that she's possessed.
and long history associated with the Ouija board. It became known in the early
It's weird, you know, because I actually don't think the Ouija boards are anything special. Like, I don't think Ouija boards actually summon demonic entities from the realm of the freaky deaky, as Casper Sight would say. But at the same time, if someone said, "Do you want fancy having a game on a Ouija board?" I would tell them to go swivel.
20th century as something that would be used as portals to other dimensions in which certain entities can then come through. There are story after story of nefarious incidents happening, including but not limited to possession as a result of using a Ouija board.
The Ouija board was originally invented as a parlor game in the late 1800s.
The toffs to play with.
When many Americans became obsessed with the spiritual idea of communicating with the dead. By the 20th century, it was a tool frequently used by popular occult.
Is that a man or a woman? It looks like the mum from Goonies.
Artists like Aleister Crowley. Many experts believe Ouija boards should not be taken lightly.
These things do communicate with spirits. The problem being is that one minute you're talking to your wonderful deceased grandmother, and the next minute you're talking to a demonic spirit.
I don't know what sewing's got to do with the demonic possession.
So could Kamilka have accidentally opened the door to an evil entity? And could that explain how a 20-year-old girl can make these inhuman sounds?
Something negative got to this woman. Something scared her so badly she lost her mind. Might have even become possessed.
Have you heard the sounds that come out of some 20-year-old protesters these days? Upper caverns. The Just Stop Oil protesters. That's some demonic possession right there.
With more than 150 exorcists currently working in Poland, the practice has become so popular that the Catholic Church has approved plans for an exorcism center in the country's city of Katowice. It's described as a place where priests will be able to hone and perfect their exorcism skills.
And all it will cost you is $9.99.
So are we witnessing an actual case of demonic possession in this video? Or is there something else going on? We turn to our experts.
As we did in our other investigation.
We've not actually seen any evidence, though. We're not actually seeing... Is that audio from her? That's not been corroborated, has it?
Into demonic possession, we checked in with our forensic audio analyst to see if these sounds were even human.
For a normal speech sound or even somebody yelling, we expect the fundamental frequency is probably in the range of perhaps 200 hertz, 250 hertz. But with this growl sound, there's a lot of energy right around 1,000 hertz.
So does that mean these vocalizations are truly inhuman? Not necessarily.
If we look at a recording that has been made of a voice actor, we see
It's like me clearing my throat in the morning.
again that we have this energy located in the spectrum up at around 1,000 hertz, which is what we also heard in the sound from the recording scene.
Is that it's not disturbed, is it?
So it's plausible that a human being would be able to make that shriek sound.
Okay, so nothing inhuman about these sounds. Psychiatrist and demonic possession expert Richard Gallagher is also conflicted on this being real evidence of an actual possession.
There is some suggestive sign that that's a possibility, but you'd need a lot more evidence. I would want to know much more about this woman's background, interview people who know her and find out more about her history.
Yeah, I mean, that could be typical for her behaviour. She might just be, you know, pissing the neighbours off, and then the police turn up and she's like, oh shit, you know, I've been pissing them off, I'm going to be in trouble here, so I'm going to pretend I'm demonically possessed.
Almost all the time, if you get all the facts of the case, you can make a discernment one way or the other.
And while many of the facts remain shrouded in mystery, authorities confirmed that the woman in this video was eventually checked into a hospital.
Whenever a young person presents to the hospital with bizarre behavior, illicit drug use has to be high up on your list of differentials. It's not uncommon for people to be like this in hospital. If we were to witness that in the emergency department, it wouldn't even be the most crazy story of the week. I think this footage conjures up the idea of a horror movie. But based on the limited evidence, there's no clear understanding of exactly what's gone on here.
Yeah, all it is a woman making weird noises, the police turn up, and then she gets put in hospital. How do you have that leap to demonic possession? I do not know. 150 exorcists in one location seems massively excessive.
Our verdict? We're saying this is unexplained. On one hand, this video doesn't satisfy any of the verifiable signs of possession, according to our experts. Yet when we dug further, the authorities refused to elaborate, rather than just debunking it, which seems odd to some.
Well, to be fair, they're not going to just release the information about somebody who's been checked into a mental health clinic, are they?
So as of today, Kamilka's story is still an open case.
Well, interesting segment. But what do you think? Demonic possession? I'm not convinced that demonic possession exists. I did another video. I'll see if I can link it at the end, basically, on one of the cards that you get at the end of the video. About teenagers in America that do exorcisms. God, it was funny. But yeah, I mean, I just think in 99.999% of cases, it's people with mental health problems. There's some cases where it's just people putting it on. And in other cases, I agree it's just things that are a bit strange, but if it's demonic possession, I do not know, to be honest. Let me know what you think. Do you believe in it? I'm not sure I do. Anyway, you take care and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.